In this video, I'm gonna walk through the 4 elements of my perfect Saturday. But instead of sitting here and talking to you about all of them, I'm gonna bring you with me.
That's why it's a huge part of my perfect Saturday.
Along the way, I'll explain them to you and how you can implement them into your own life. And get ready to have your freaking mind blown. 50.
All right, it's 4:20 a.m. Saturday morning, and my hair is really standing at attention after that haircut yesterday. Gonna go out on the deck, hit this cold plunge, get the day started. Looks like some fresh snow, so it ain't gonna be fun. Always dunk. Game plan for today. Got some morning focus work on the book. Got 12-mile run plus a Metcon, assuming the roads comply and we're not slipping all over the place. And then I've got family in town. My parents are coming into town, which I'm excited about. So it should be a great day. Let's go get it. Sahil, what are you doing on your phone? Well, yeah, most important part of the day. Drive to Duncan looking a little tougher. All right, got my Dunkin', got my breakfast, getting over to my desk for element number 1 of the perfect Saturday, focus. What do I mean by that? Pick one thing that you want to immerse yourself in for as little as 30 minutes. One thing that's giving you a ton of energy. It could be a book that you're loving. It could be a piece of writing that you're working on. It could be a home project that you're really excited about. It could be a hobby. Whatever it is, one thing to focus on for 30 minutes to engage your mind, to get your energy flowing, to really feel that connection with something meaningful to you. For me right now, it's my book. I'm wrestling with certain parts, really diving into it and getting a lot of energy from it. It could be anything for you, but that one piece of focus can really drive home your energy to start the day. I do it first thing in the morning because, as you can hear right now, peace and quiet. My son's not awake yet. I don't feel like this is pulling me away from precious time and precious moments with him, so I can really immerse myself in it. Snowy morning for a run.
Element number 2 of the perfect Saturday, fitness. As you can see, it is a snowy morning here in New York, but we've got a 12-mile run and a Metcon workout to hit. I've got my boy Fitz joining me for this run. Always helps to have a community, to have a tribe of people that'll be just as crazy as you. Peace. And getting hit by a car. About a mile into this 12-mile run with my guy, the only man crazy enough to come out and run 12. He was actually pushing me when I was wavering on it. So you gotta find friends that'll push you like that. Crazy, crazy friends. Life hack. We are just about at the halfway mark, 6 miles. Still snowing out here. Can't catch a break. But fitness, how good do you feel the rest of the day after you start like this? It's a feeling, it's a single action that's a catalyst, creates ripple effects all across your life. That's why it's a huge part of my perfect Saturday. 8 miles in, 4 to go, snow, still coming down. It's gotten a little bit colder, no place to go but home. 12 miles in the books on a snowy morning here in Westchester. Finished at a 6:30 pace, nice and easy the whole way. Finished in strong. Let's go in and hit this Metcon, get back home for element number 3. was a full send Saturday morning of fitness. Element 2 of my ideal Saturday, done. Let's get home, go on to element 3. Before we get home, I do have to go pick up a couple of special items for element number 4.
Ingredients for Sahil's life-changing Protein Oreo McFlurry.
Mixing up this Protein Oreo McFlurry base. It's about 9 a.m. You gotta give it at least 8 hours in the freezer. So we're gonna mix it up now to enjoy tonight.
Cup of Fairlife whole milk, maybe just under a cup actually. Cup of Fairlife fat-free milk, again, just under a cup. Oops, spilled a little bit, be all right. Scoop of this BPN vanilla whey protein powder. You can do whatever your favorite is, vanilla for this recipe. And then sprinkle of this sugar-free vanilla jello pudding mix. Mainly just for like the xanthan gum to give it the consistency.
We're gonna blend this up and then let it freeze for 8 hours. Pour that blended mixture into the creamy holster cup. Get fancy with it, obviously. Throw the cover on. This is gonna go into the freezer. We'll see it in 8 hours. So we just got some serious fitness in, which means we now need to seriously refuel. I've got a little cooking life hack for you guys. If you're ever buying packs of meat and you're gonna cook for dinner, cook the entire thing even if you know you're not gonna eat it, because then you have a built-in leftover meal that you can very quickly pull together the next morning for post-workout or for breakfast or whatever it is. So this morning, I'm doing just that. I've got the leftover ground beef and ground turkey mix with veggies that we had yesterday. I'm just gonna throw that in the pan. Wow, that's quite a bit actually. That's probably about 10 ounces of meat and veggies. A full cup of rice in there, jasmine rice. And then I'm just gonna crack 2 eggs over the top of this. And we're gonna have like a nice little fried rice, turkey beef fried rice in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, unbelievable. This is just kind of one of those things to me where you can make things easy or you can make them hard. And I'm a huge believer in just making things easy. You don't need to have the fancy recipes, you don't need to have the cookbook, you don't need to have meal prep on the weekends, whatever. You don't need to do all of that if you just make things a little bit easier on yourself with these tiny little hacks along the way. Just like that, 3 minutes, got this beautiful meal. Maybe not beautiful, but definitely nutritious and hits the spot for me. Macros on the whole meal here, including the fruit. Got a grapefruit here. 82 grams of protein, 78 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fats, total of 830 calories. Need that and more the rest of today coming out of that 12-mile plus Metcon workout. Gonna dig in and take you on to element number 3. I'm frequently asked about why I do the workout on Saturday morning so early. And the answer to that leads me directly into element 3 of my ideal Saturday, which is family. I do the workout as early as I do so that I can be done. Right now it's 9 a.m. and I'm done with 12 miles with my workout. I got my fitness in, incredible, feel the ripple effects throughout the day, but I'm done in time to spend the entire day with my family. So I got some focus work done this morning, I got my fitness done, and now I have the whole day to spend with people that I love, with my family. Today in particular is a special one because I've got my parents coming into town. They're driving down to spend the day with Roman, my son, with all of us. We're gonna have a nice lunch. That is why I get these things done early in the day, so that I have the freedom and the flexibility to just be present and to enjoy the day with family. As I finish up this breakfast, family is something that is very important to me. I come from a mixed race background. My mother is born and raised in Bangalore, India. Shout out to all the Bangaloreans out there, all the Indians out there. And my dad is white American. And when my dad wanted to marry my mom, his family wasn't okay with it. And so he had to choose between them and her. And he walked out the door and never looked back. chose love. And I think because of that, family and that purity of love has always just been a really core value within my family and within my own life. And both my parents have been so supportive of me and my wife and my sister throughout all of our different endeavors over the years. And a few years ago, my wife and I actually made the decision to move back, like uproot our whole life that we had in California. I had a job there, and quit my job, sold our house in California, moved back to the East Coast because we wanted to be closer to the people that we love most. We wanted to be closer to our parents who were getting older, that we were really only seeing like once a year at the time. So family is just so central to how I think about my life, my priorities, what I want to put first. And that's my son, that's my wife, that's my parents, that's my sister, who I've grown closer and closer to in this new phase of life when we're really for the first time in a while in a similar phase of life. My sister and I were pretty competitive when we were younger. She's my older sister. She was always like sort of the golden child, really high achieving, and we were competitive as a result and not as close as we should have been. And now there's this unbelievably beautiful thing that's happening that we both have young boys and we're in the same phase of life for the first time in our entire lives. And so watching as that has brought us close together and that connection that we're developing now later in life has just been amazing. And it's really instilled in me this idea that relationships have seasons. Just like your life has seasons, relationships have seasons. And sometimes a relationship can kind of blossom in some later season of life. And I really feel that way with my sister. And I feel that way with my parents to a certain extent. I feel like I understand them so much more now that I have a young son. I understand the emotional connection with a child and what they feel with me and why they've made decisions they've made over the years. It's just such a beautiful thing. So we're gonna spend the day. Parents are coming in a couple hours. I'm gonna go shower up, warm up, because I'm still freezing from that run, and take it from there.
Your hair after that nap is electric right now, Roman. You can't teach that. You can't teach hair like that, right? You either got it or you don't.
You help me with some work?
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
Quick grocery store run to pick up some food for the family for dinner. Gonna make this nice and easy. Get some meat, get some veggies, and I'll probably get some sweet potato fries because I'm in the mood for sweet potato fries. And Saturday is a little bit of cheat day. In and out of there in 3 minutes. Got the burgers, got some veggies, and got the sweet potato fries. Sweet potato fries, like I said, not the cleanest ingredients in the world, but that brings us to element number 4 of my perfect Saturday, which is food. And what that means for me is we take a day a week to just enjoy ourselves and make sure that we eat and with people we love, get to enjoy that time and get to enjoy the food that brings us together. So try not to stress. Make sure I hit my protein goals on these days. But beyond that, I don't worry so much. I try to eat the things that I love with the people that I love. So that's what we're gonna do. Sweet potato fries and that special dessert treat that I promised. Little Saturday burger grill action. Snowy. Gonna throw some onions and mozzarella on these burgers. Little gourmet. For her, for me, some sweet potato fries to top it off. Bedtime for you, bud. Bath time, and then bedtime. Yeah, bath. Bed. Shh, let's scare mama. All right, little man bathed and in bed. I'm out here on the deck, about to hit this sauna, little brainstorm action, unwind, and then we're gonna go make this life-changing dessert. You're not gonna wanna miss this.
All right, back downstairs, and I'm about to make this treat that I've been teasing all day. And honestly, I've just been looking forward to it all day. What is it? The most delicious Protein Oreo McFlurry. Just as good tasting, maybe better tasting than a McDonald's Oreo McFlurry, but 45 grams of protein. Let's go. We made this bad boy up earlier today. It's been in the freezer for the last 8-ish hours. You can see it's like frozen solid. That's gonna be the vanilla base for this creamy Protein Oreo McFlurry. We're gonna throw it into the creamy holster, put on a light ice cream setting to get this base ready, and we'll take it from there. This is what it looks like after the first spin, a little crumbly. So how you deal with that, just make a little hole to the bottom, pour in a little splash of your whole milk, not too much, and then we're just gonna respin it through the machine again. After the second spin, you can see it's got this unbelievable McFlurry-like consistency. Now for the Oreo part, I'm just gonna make a little gap there to the bottom. Don't lose any of the ice cream while you do that. 2 Oreo thins. Gonna take these, crumble them up, and stuff them down into the bottom there. Throw it back in the holster, throw the top back on it, and do the mix-in setting on the creamy. And get ready to have your freaking mind blown. 50 grams of protein in this bad boy. Let's go enjoy. This is ridiculous. The macros on this meal: 49.6 grams of protein, 29 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of fats for a total of 430 calories. And it tastes ridiculous. Look at that. Protein Oreo McFlurry. No affiliation with that company. I just want to change your life. And this changed my life. And it'll probably change yours. So that wraps up this ideal Saturday. Focus, fitness, family, and food. The 4 things that make up my ideal Saturday that you can adapt into your own life however you want to create your own. If you liked this video, you're gonna love some of my other day in the life stuff, which you can find here on the screen. I'm gonna go enjoy this bad boy, and I'm gonna say goodbye. Until next time, everyone, stay curious.